There is so much that I need to do and get done before we leave for this trip, and I don't know if there's enough time. Hey guys, it's Maggie and I am back today, and today is only a few days before we leave for our long road trip. If you weren't aware, we are heading down to Texas. Yes, in the middle of August. Yeah. It's gonna be hot, and we are heading down to Houston, Texas because we are going to an ostomy conference, and we decided to make this into a road trip. Rather than flying down there, we are going to make multiple stops, and we're bringing 2 of our dogs, so there's just a lot I gotta get done, a lot I have to prepare for, not just health-wise, but for all of us. So I thought in this video I could share a little bit more about our trip as I write my packing list. I've already been packing, but to just double check everything, make sure I have it all, I'm going to write out a list. And hopefully talking about the trip will help me remember things that I may have forgotten. There is one thing that I've already mentally put down on this list, and that is my Ritual multivitamins. I've been taking these guys for a number of months now, and they've become essential for my everyday. I'm thrilled that Ritual is sponsoring this video yet again, and that I will have the Essential for Women 18+, that's what I have right here, that it's gonna be alongside me for this trip. It's a clinically backed multivitamin with high quality nutrients that you can go onto their website and see where they're sourced from and why they have them in the multivitamins. They're very upfront about this. It helps to fill common dietary gaps, which I know going on this trip, I'm not gonna be eating the best, let's be honest, so this baby's gonna help me a lot. They go above typical industry standards and have very rigorous testing and certifications for their products. It's vegan friendly, non-GMO project verified, it's gluten-free, it doesn't have any extras in it that are common allergens. There just isn't anything extra that isn't needed. It's also designed to absorb in the small intestine, which was a huge win for me because that's what I've got the most of right now, and it's the best place to absorb nutrients. When I was thinking about what I wanted to bring on this trip, this was on the top of my list. It came with me to Chicago, and it's coming with me to Texas, plus a whole bunch of other places that you're gonna see very soon. Ritual is now offering 30% off your first month subscribing to them, and it comes right to your doorstep. If you're interested in starting your Ritual today, go to ritual.com/30talkibd or scan the QR code on screen right here. Thank you so much again to Ritual for sponsoring this video. Now let's talk about this trip. Okay, I have all of my fun markers so I can write out my packing list and color code it because I'm a weirdo. I like to be organized, what can I say? Actually, I'm very disorganized, so that's a lie. But we are going to a few different places on our way down to Texas and one place on the way back. So we're gonna be doing a lot of activities. There's already things that I'm very interested in doing, like a ghost tour, so I'm so excited. But let me tell you about it. So in a few days, we are going to get up very early. That'll be a lot easier for me than it will be Zach. He is going to do a majority of the driving, if not all of it. It's just what he prefers, and I am a-okay with that. I'm also okay driving if he would like me to, but he's probably gonna be doing most of the driving. And we are heading down to Maryland first, just for maybe an hour or so to say hi to his dad and his grandfather. And then we are going to have a very long drive down to Savannah, Georgia. And we'll be staying there for a couple of nights. This is not our first trip with dogs. Actually, I don't know if we've done any trips without our dogs. We've done like a couple small ones, but we always tried to do vacations with them, so we usually get cabins places so we can go hiking and stuff with them. So we are pretty used to traveling with dogs and finding spots to, you know, let them run around for a little bit and get exercise. The 2 that we are bringing love car rides. There's a reason we're bringing 2 and not the other 2. They are the ones that love car rides. Dixie's actually been on a road trip because I think I adopted her from Mississippi, I think. Somewhere around there. And it was a big RV that drove her all the way to the East Coast, and we picked her up. So she's used to this. And Bruno's also been on some long car rides to like Tennessee and We went up to Maine and we went up to Vermont before. They're pretty good. But yeah, we're gonna head down to Savannah, Georgia first. That's our first stop. Already have the hotel booked, dog friendly and everything, and we're planning activities where we can bring our dogs. I did see that they had ghost tours that were dog friendly. So maybe they'll come, maybe not. This will be my first time in Savannah, Georgia. I think it looks gorgeous in pictures. Zach saw it for a very short amount of time because he drove his mom's car down to Florida when she moved down there. And he stayed in Savannah overnight. So it was a very quick trip. What he told me was it seemed like it turned into a nightclub town at night and nothing was open except for the clubs. So we'll see if that's true. But it'll be my first time there. I think the only time I've been in Georgia is when I've been in the Atlanta airport. So that is the only time I've been there. So yeah, that's the first step of the trip. And because I need to write some of my list, I need to bring electrolytes. It's going to be hot and it's just going to keep getting hotter as we go further south. Why they're having an ostomy conference in August in Texas, I do not know, but it's okay because I am preparing ahead of time. I'm going to make a category that's just purely medical supplies. And this includes my ritual vitamin, medications, and injections, electrolytes, and ostomy supplies. And something I like to do as I'm getting closer and closer to a trip is I will pack my toiletries, my medications into whatever bags they'll be in and use them from those bags. So I know as I go through my day and I use an item, I put it in my bag that's gonna come with me. And if I need to use it again before we leave for the trip, I'm just gonna use it straight out of the bag. So I know I have it. It's like practicing for being on the trip. So that's what I do. So I do have stuff already going into bags. So ostomy supplies. I'm trying to think what else. Ooh, my ostomy underwear. I have some dresses that I want to wear that it's easier if I have the high-waisted like Ostomy Secrets underwear to help smooth out my belly because they're really form-fitting. So I want to bring that. I don't know if that counts as medical though. I put it under medical, but also it could go under clothing. Anyways, yeah, so the next stop on the trip, as you may have guessed, is going to be Florida because Zach's mom is there. So we're going to visit with her for a few days. We're actually staying at her house and we're going to go to the beach. I don't know any other plans yet except for we want to try to go to the beach because the water's going to be warm. I am a water bug. I love the ocean. I have the most fun in the ocean. Zach, however, who burns to a crisp in about 5 minutes, he does not really like the beach a whole lot and he doesn't like cold water. But I think this will be good as long as we cover him in sunscreen every 5 minutes and put a hat on him and I don't know what else. The water will be warm. I think he'll enjoy that. We did see her. We did go on a little trip for a work thing last October. So we were down in Orlando area, Tampa area, and got to see her then. But this is a little bit longer, so we'll get to hang out with her longer. We did Busch Gardens with her, which was super fun, and I don't think we'll do that this time, but we'll have a good time. I thought Tampa was beautiful. I don't know if we'll head to Tampa this time just because we have already been there. But we shall see. So we'll stay with her for a few days and then we are heading to New Orleans. This is one of our shorter stops. We only really have like half a day there because we're leaving in the afternoon of one day in Florida and traveling to New Orleans. I want to say I'm not going to say because I'm going to be totally wrong. It's a few hour drive, but it's not a full day of driving. The next day up until we have to drive to Houston. So we don't have a long time there. We do have a little bit of time. So we'll explore some of the areas. One of the things that we wanted to do was drive over this bridge. And I apologize, I can't remember the name of it now. We wanted to drive over this bridge that is, I think, one of the longest bridges over water. You know what, let's just look it up because you're probably looking at me like, Maggie, just figure out what it is. Okay, where's maps? Give me one moment here, thank you. It is a bridge that goes over Lake Pontchartrain. Where's the name of it? Lake Pontchartrain Causeway. Anyways, I'll show you what it looks like on Google Maps. So our hotel is a little bit before that. So in the daylight, we can drive over this bridge, and I thought that would be kind of cool to see. It's a weird thing to do in New Orleans. I think we're gonna do the typical things as much as we can in a short amount of time. But yes, that's our plan for New Orleans. Obviously, bathing suits are coming with me. I'm gonna bring probably all of my bathing suits that I bought and showed you guys. So clothing, making a clothing section now. Bathing suits galore. And I have to have some like professional type clothing because of the conference, but also just clothing for hot weather. A lot of my stuff I think is gonna just be shorts and t-shirts because it's gonna be warm. So then after New Orleans, we are heading to Texas, and we will be in Houston, Texas for the longest amount of time. I forget what day we're getting there, but we'll be in Houston for 5 days, I believe. I think we're staying for 5 nights. And we're gonna do the conference. We're speaking at the conference, which is crazy, and I'm so excited. Zach will be speaking on his own with a nurse. He's gonna be speaking about caregiving for a female, because you know, he was the one doing my backside bandages when I had the proctocolectomy, and he could probably change my ostomy bag. He's never done it before, but I'm pretty sure that he could just by seeing me do it. And then together we'll be speaking about relationships with an ostomy, because he has not known me without an ostomy. He and I got together, I think 3 years into my life with an ostomy, so we'll be speaking about that. We'll be attending the conference. I'm so excited to see so many friends that I haven't seen in a long time, and then meet new people. I know some people on YouTube are heading to the conference, so I'm so excited to meet you guys too. And then we actually booked an extra day at the hotel because my best friend lives in Texas, and she only lives about an hour away from Houston. And this is the person that named my ostomy Leroy. She's the one that the first day back at school after ostomy surgery, she pulled me in the bathroom and said, I need to see it. I need to see your stoma. We gotta name it. So I'm gonna see her, and I'm so excited. We're gonna see her husband, and we're gonna go to NASA. So I think that's the plan. I texted her to confirm that we're all good on the day that I told her, and we are all set. And Zach and her husband both said NASA, so we're going to NASA. There's gonna be so much going on at this conference though. I'm going to be vlogging as much as I can. I just went through all of my memory cards and stuff to try and clear them out, make space, which reminds me, we need to write a portion of this list for my camera equipment. So, camera equipment, if I can spell correctly. I did not spell that correctly. Oh well. Okay, tripod, mic, wires for laptop. This is a very low chance, but there is a slight chance of live streaming. I don't know if that's going to actually happen, but I'm bringing my laptop. Let me write that too. Bringing my laptop, and I need to bring the wires that I can connect this camera to it. So yes, I'm actually bringing 2 different mics. Oh no, maybe 3. No, 3 I think. Okay. I know, I have a lot of mics. I have the mic that I use for filming, which is right above my head right now. I've got my computer mic that's for live streaming, and then I have my vlogging mic. So I've got a lot of mics. I'm bringing different lenses, battery charger, batteries, and yeah, this will all go in my camera bag except for the tripod because that's too big. Lots of stuff. And then on our way home, we are not solidified on this yet, but I think we will be staying in Chattanooga for a couple of nights. We've been to Tennessee a couple of times. I've been to Nashville for work stuff. I actually think I went to the WOCN conference in Nashville. And Zach and I have been to Gatlinburg. I love Gatlinburg. We had so much fun. We did that for one of our dating anniversaries. So we will be going to Chattanooga, I believe. I haven't confirmed the hotel yet, which I need to do like tonight, but that'll be more of the relaxing part of the trip. I don't know how much I'll actually vlog for Chattanooga because it's just for us to take a breather, hike with the dogs, or do whatever it is you do in Chattanooga, and just relax, the two of us, with 2 dogs. The day before we leave for the trip though, I have a whole list of things that I'm going to be doing, appointments I'm going to, shopping that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to take you along for that as well. You'll see that in a few videos. But yes, just preparation to make sure that not just we have everything, but also I am best medically prepped for the trip. It's a little stressful preparing for trips like this, but I can't wait. We haven't been on a trip together in so long, and it's very much needed, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. So I am so excited to take you guys with us. Anyways, thank you again to Ritual for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to sign up for your multivitamin if you are interested. Again, the QR code is right here, and you can scan that and you can get 30% off of your first month of subscribing. Anyways, I will see you guys very soon. Bye, guys.